importance of having really strong core stability, just simply because when we're on our skis, even with the snowboard as well, we do have a tendency to engage our hip flexors a little bit more, just simply because of that velocity, that force coming up the mountain as we're going down, as we're trying to really create some stabilization around our bodies. So the one thing we want to address when we look at core is not just making sure that our abdominals are strong, but our deep abdominals. And that's particularly where we want to start addressing, looking at some flexibility, mobility around the hips too, especially when we're dealing with core work. Our hip flexors do get engaged because they do make up part of our core, but we also want to make sure that our hips are feeling really strong and not feeling overtasked as we go down the slopes. So I wanted to address a few things with you guys first. So this is a couple of my favorite moves, ones that actually don't require anything else that you would need, like a bow suit or a ball or a TRX or anything of that nature. There's three ones that I really like a lot. The first one is going to be an awesome stretch for the hips. And what you're going to do is you're going to come down on all fours. So here I am on outstretched arms in a plank position. From here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drive my knee up in towards the chest, dropping my body down, allowing that leg to really fully come through. Then I'm going to drag it back. From the opposite side, here it is again, and I'm going to drag it back. The whole idea is to really start stretching out IT band, glutes, low back, and hip flexors as well. And the hip flexor gets a little bit more stretched as it's actually being drived, bringing that knee up in towards the chest and then threading that leg through. The other ones I like as well, which are great core work, which really kind of gets the whole body involved. What you're going to do from this, the other ones that I really like that involve some really strong abdominal work to happen, there's two variations. The first one, what you're going to do is you're going to simply just be driving the knee in towards the chest and then coming back out. So if you've done mountain climbers before, it's a similar action, except for you're slowing down the pace a lot more and really focusing on driving that knee in towards the chest. The other one is where you're going to go ahead, similar action, but now you're going to go ahead and you're going to twist. So I drive it in and I twist, just like you would if you're threading that leg through, but now I'm really trying to drive the knee up towards that elbow and through. The very final one that you can do, which again allows for a lot of core work and creating stability around those hips, is where you're going to come and you're going to bring the knee to the outside of the elbow and back down, outside of the elbow and back down, the whole entire time maintaining plank position. Like I said, these are just some of the ones I really like that I would integrate with anyone who wants to develop core strength and create some more stability around their hips for the actions of actually going down the mountain and allowing themselves to feel like they have great stability amongst the different forces coming up against them as they descend down the mountain. If you want some other variations in terms of integrating a bow suit or a ball or a TRX, drop a comment below and I will actually show you guys how you can make this even harder. Okay guys, have a great ski season and I'll talk